Have you ever wondered what to do with your excess epoxy after making a beautiful countertop project? Or maybe you're into art and you love resin as a medium. I'm going to teach you how to not waste a drop. I have an old piece of resin art that I wasn't thrilled with. This is an ugly duckling. Let's make it match our countertops by using our excess resin, a little bit of fun, and some ingenuity to create functional art. Stay tuned. Enjoy the video. Okay guys, I'm gonna just get down and dirty with this. I got some resin that's starting to set up a little bit. I got a little white spray paint. I love this countertop. Guys, did you see the recipe video that we did with this white marble? I'm letting it set up and then I'm gonna remove the tape on those edges. But in the meantime, I grabbed this old piece of resin art that we created a while ago. I'm just gonna fog it with some spray paint. Typically, I'll let that spray paint dry, but let's punch perfectionism in the face and have some fun. Here we go. This is a perfect example of using too many colors, I think, in a piece. What do you think, guys? Would you have hung that piece of resin art in your house, or would you cover it like I am? Okay, ready for this? You know, why waste anything? You get something really cool like this, why not just use it? I could always add an accent color in this if I wish, but I think I'm really just gonna match these countertops. I don't have a lot left over. I'll be skimping a little bit, but that's okay. It's wall art, you know? Who cares if it's not perfect, but let's see how perfect we can get it with what we got left. I might have a few tricks up my sleeve. You know, a lot of people ask, you know, what kind of substrate should I use if I'm gonna do wall art? And you know, anything flat, this is done on a canvas, and a canvas isn't fully supported on the back. You can create like a piece of cardboard to go back there to stiffen it up. So you will have resin like go into the low spots, but that's okay. I mean, we're just gonna fill this up. But if I was gonna make a piece of art now, I think I would do it over MDF or even foam. You know, you can do large wall art over lightweight insulation foam, and then it's very easy to hang on the wall because it's lightweight. You don't need, you know, this giant mechanical fastener to get it to stick to the wall. And I don't really care where I'm putting these colors because I'm going to heat it up and tilt it a little bit and just give it some look. I'm just trying to get as much of this excess out on the surface. This epoxy's been sitting for, I don't know, about 45 minutes to an hour, and it's still very malleable. I have a lot of working time with our art coat. You can torch it out. You can move it with heat without causing flames. You can work it a long time because it doesn't just automatically gel up and set up on you and fire off. You know, you could do these same techniques for any project. I'm just using my hands to gather any excess and just coat anything that's dry, because I'm gonna tilt and slip and slide this a little bit. And so I'm just covering everything so that there's no surface tension, so that when I tilt this, it doesn't go around those dry spots, it actually flows over it. And I think I got it pretty well covered. It's already looking really neat. I'm just gonna heat up the epoxy so that it'll flow for me really nice. This is actually showing me dry spots too. So I'm just gonna tap them out, pop the bubbles with the heat gun, and then I'll tilt it and I'll be all done. It's really cool also to do this if you're in the countertop business. This is how you can make some sample boards with your leftover materials. Don't ever let it go to waste. Have a sample board prepped and ready so that you can make a sample and you don't have to carry a whole countertop in to show your future clients what you can create. Little tilt action, and this thing will be ready to dry. I think that looks pretty spectacular.
Nailed it.
All right, guys, question of the day. You have leftover epoxy, you've done your countertops. What project would you do with that excess. Let me know, what are we missing? What ideas would really help us with our excess epoxy? What fun project do you do as your countertops are setting up? Let me know in those comments below. I love this little project. I love the art that we could hang right there in the kitchen. Keep in mind, if you're doing backsplash, you can take little individual tiles. You can coat those tiles with the same recipe and incorporate them into the backsplash. Maybe inset them as little diamonds across the middle of that splash. You can do a piece behind the cooktop, you know, where it gets greasy and grimy and hard to clean. Maybe you make a big splash guard, you know, something nice and heavy duty. The sky's the limit. What would you do with that excess? All right, guys, if you haven't seen this recipe, this countertop, don't miss it. Share this video, like it, give us a thumbs up, give us a comment, do all the things. We'll see you on the next video. And remember, from Coat Countertops, you got this. Woo!